3555. That's 816-251-3555. Get in tune with the sun, moon, and stars. This is Astrology with Yasmin.
Well, hello everybody. I have to confess, I was eating a sneaky fry because my beloved son ordered a takeaway today because, long story. And I said, oh good, order some extra fries, thinking he might order some big fries and give me a few, and he ordered me a whole bag of fries. But I really don't want to eat a whole bag of fries. So how are you? I can see people hopping on Facebook. I'm sure there's people on Unity. Let me just say, my name is Yasmin Boland. I'm an astrologer. I'm a moonologer. I'm a best-selling Hay House author of books including the Moonology Diaries and the Moonology Manifestation Cards. And yeah, I like to look at the moon. I like to talk about the stars. So I don't know about you, but I'm actually going through an extremely difficult patch right now. If you're going through a difficult patch and you'd like to call in, the number is 816-251-3555. That is from the States, 816-251-3555. So yeah, I'm still having dramas with the builder. I think we've almost come to an agreement that's going to be kind of win-win, or you could say it's kind of lose-lose. But they do say when you make a deal, neither party should be 100% happy. Well, I won't be, he won't be, but maybe my house will get finished in time for Christmas. Who knows? Now, why am I talking about this? Because it's kind of interesting from an astrological point of view. We've actually got the Sun squaring Saturn this week. In fact, if you've looked at the description for the show this week, it's the Sun is squaring Saturn, so there could be some dramas. Well, take it from me, I've got some dramas going on. What's the best way to deal with these energies? Well, not the way I've been dealing with them, which is basically not sleeping, not doing my work because I'm finding it impossible to focus because I'm so stressed. We'll talk about the best way to handle these energies. And I wrote here, it's not as complicated as you might think, and it's not, but we just have to do it. Find out more as I take you through the astrology of the week ahead, plus I will take your calls. The number again someone was asking is 816-251-3555. 816-251-3555. So there we go. So where do we start? Where do we start? Let's start with a card that I got today. In fact, I got it the other day, but I actually just got it again today. Interesting card. It's from my new Moonology Manifestation deck, which is quite different to the first deck, which people have been noticing. In fact, if you go to my website, yasminboland.com, we actually had a lovely review from a wonderful woman called Natasha. And we've put that up there for people to see because she really understood the whole thing. She got it. And about how different they are and how they work and so on. These cards are about manifesting, okay? So you think, what am I trying to manifest? I'm obviously trying to manifest. Well, actually, I'm just trying to manifest for my house to be finished and for us to be in the house and happy and celebrating and all that. But I got this card today. I drew a card for myself and it was quite unexpected. And I got the Honor Your Feelings card. Honor your feelings. And funnily enough, I had just sent a message to the bloke I'm dealing with. I call him the builder. He's actually not the builder. He's the guy who owns the company that subcontracted out the builder. And I just written him a message because I thought we were about to reach an agreement, and I was very excited because I thought, let's focus on the positive, let's be upbeat. And so I said, hey, I'm so excited, we're all getting everything back on track, blah, 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 blah. And then I don't remember what happened. It all just went downhill from there, probably, like it usually does. And I ended up saying, look, I just need you to know, I'm actually really, really stressed about this. I haven't been sleeping. I mean, I'm going to be honest. This is not going to make me look good, but I'm going to say it anyway. I just couldn't sleep the other night because I could not stop getting upset about this. And I actually got up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I took a sleeping pill, which I almost never do. I even couldn't sleep with the bloody sleeping pill. I was still awake at 4 a.m. So it's been pretty freaking stressful. So I thought, okay, honor my feelings. Well, okay. So I told him, listen, I'm trying to be upbeat here, but I'm really upset. I'm so devastated. It's 27 weeks ago today. 27 weeks ago. He told me it would take 12 weeks, 8 to 12 weeks. It's now been 27 weeks ago today that building started. And I put this Facebook post up that says something like, it was when the scaffolding was going up. It was a beautiful sunny day in London. So I went outside and I took a photo of the scaffolding and I wrote scaffolding going up on the picture and I shared it on my private Facebook account. And all my friends were like, oh my God, that's so exciting. And in particular, there's a girl called Melissa, who's a girlfriend of mine who knows the house and said, oh my gosh, I'm so pleased this grand old dame is getting a facelift because this house, not this house where we're renting, this house is fine, but our place next door, she actually has a character. Have you ever lived in a house with a character? And yeah, it was like, you know, it's so exciting. And now it's like 27 weeks later, I'm like, I can't take it anymore. I literally can't take it anymore. So are you going through any of your own SHIT? Is someone blocking you? Is someone blocking your way? Maybe you should honor your feelings. I'm going to do a card for everyone and then we're going to talk about how to handle Saturn. So whether you are listening on unityonlineradio.org or you are watching on Facebook, here's a card for everybody. I suppose it's a card for me too. Oh, actually, someone's just written something there. Hang on, what is it? Leslie Johnson, I feel your stress. Here's an affirmation I'm using today. Today I open the door for an abundance of good to come into my life. Let us do that together before we do the card, okay? Let's do that together. I've actually already done some manifesting today and been shouting out my affirmations and my mantras and so on. I did 20 minutes of the chakra clearing chant. You know, I have been taking my own advice, so that's something. All right, so I don't need to read it again. Today, I open the door for an abundance of good to come into my life. I'm going to say, and into my house. All right, so are you ready to do it with me? You can read the comment. It's a comment. If you're on Facebook, you can read the comment. It's from Leslie Johnson. So just scroll up a bit. And if you're listening on the radio, I'll say it one more time. Today I open the door for an abundance of good to come into my house and into my life. All right, so are you ready? We're going to do it together. We're going to do it 3 times. I'm actually going to leave my glasses on because then I can read it better. All right, here we go. And remember, when you do an affirmation, it's not about like what it is about. Let's talk about what it is about. It's about focusing on the positive. So I noticed this morning when I started doing all my sort of spiritual work around this subject today of trying to, you know, get to a conclusion and, you know, trying to have a situation where, you know, we can get the house done and there can be, you know, the end of the bad feeling. And I noticed as I started to do the chakra chant, which I'll do for us in a minute as well, I noticed that my head was kind of thinking about, you know, and what if it doesn't work out, you know, oh, maybe I could do that, or I can do this, or I don't want to say what I was thinking because I may incriminate myself. But I was sort of thinking about things, you know, that if it doesn't work out. And so what was I doing when I was thinking about that? I was focusing on it not working out. Ta-da! So then I remembered that, of course, when we're manifesting, we just focus on the good stuff. It doesn't mean that we don't honor our feelings, okay? If you're feeling like poo, it's okay. You can say, I'm actually going through a bit of poo right now. I've been honest here. You know, I've cried about this. not on camera, but I've cried about it with my husband last week. I was so upset and so frustrated. So, you know, and I am honouring my feelings. My feelings are, I am really, really upset about this. And at one point, I don't even know if I should say this, but at one point the guy said to me, okay, fine, we'll do it. Oh, I'm not even going to go into it because it's just so... I'm not even going to go into it. I'll save it for another day if I need to. Please, God, it will all be over. Anyway, where was I? Focusing on the positive, okay? So focus on the positive. So if you're manifesting, okay, if you're manifesting, you need to stay on the positive. So sitting there doing my chant while thinking, oh, well, I could, you know, and this is what my friend who knows all about these things said, and this is what the lawyer said, and instead of thinking about all that, that's negative, I then shifted my mindset and my focus. I actually wrote about it because it was kind of interesting. Yeah, it was interesting as I did it, because even as I did my visualizations and affirmations, one part of my brain was thinking about other things I could do if the other party didn't agree. And what was that doing? It was focusing on what I don't want and not on what I do want. So to put a stop to that, and instead I did the thing I teach all the time, which is I felt the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So I started to do my manifestation as though it's already happened. Okay, so I did it, I wrote it down on a piece of paper actually, and it was something like, I'm so happy the other party has agreed to, you know, agreed. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to, like, you know, it is still kind of in dispute, so I don't want to, you know. And we might even be in our house for Christmas. So it was along those lines, okay? So let's do this affirmation together. Today, I open the door for an abundance of good to come into my life. Now, it's really good to do something like this, but if you can be even more specific, like I don't really want to say all the words exactly that I was saying right now, but mine was specifically tailored to what it is I want to manifest. You know, he's agreed to X, Y, Z, and we should be in our house for Christmas. Yay! He's agreed to what we've said, and we should be in our house for Christmas. Yay! So you have to kind of do it in a way that you actually feel it in your body and it feels real, okay? And you feel good. So it's not about feeling, you know, victorious or egoic or, you know, like anything negative. It's about thinking about the good stuff. Like I was imagining we're hopefully going to have a couple of parties when we get home. And, you know, I was imagining those sorts of things, okay? But let's do this one together, okay? All right, you ready? 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Today, I open the door for an abundance of good things to come into my house and my life. Yes! Today, I open the door for an abundance of good things and good news to come into my house and into my life. Okay, one last time, and if you've just hopped on and you're wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm reading out an affirmation that Leslie left in the comments. Here we go. Last time, 3rd time's a charm. We'll say good things and good news. Good abundance of good and good news. Today, I open the door for an abundance of good and good news to come into my life and my house. So be it. There you go. I don't usually do things like this quite so publicly, but I just feel like I'm honouring my feelings like the cards told me. All right, so now I'm going to do a card. So if you have a card, if you have a question, let's get a card. What do you need to know? And then I might take a call. I've got some people on the line. If you want to call in, it's 816-251-3555. All right, we have a card. Have you put your question in the comments? Oops-a-daisy. Oops-a-daisy. Missy O'Reilly says I needed that. Okay, who has a question? Who's this card for? If this card is for you. Okay, Sophie wants guidance with relation. Oh, interesting. Gosh, I have to read what this means. It's a new moon card. Who's this card for? If it's for you, say this card is for me. All right. Okie dokie. Are you ready? All right. So we actually got this card. The new moon in Aquarius, open up to change. Now, straight away, that feels like good news for me because I need a change. I need things to change because they've been deadlocked. So that's quite good. All right, here we go. Are you ready for the reading? Now, some of you are asking about your relationship. Some of you are asking about work. Big changes are forecast, but you need to let events unfold with as little steering from you as possible. So basically, back off, baby. Sometimes you just need to take a bit of space from a person or a situation. Well, ain't that the truth? If you know you've been too emotional about someone or something, very emotional, this card offers you the chance to cool things down. Well, that'd be nice. A rational, even slightly aloof assessment of your current circumstances is called for. Alrighty. Allow for things to develop. Think of your situation from a different angle. Well, we did go look at floorboards this afternoon because we thought let's just focus on the positive. It's all going to be back on the road. It's all going to be back on the road. Let's look at floorboards. That's how we did. Manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to friends, networks, a wish coming true. Well, I've definitely been making wishes. Science, tech, and online dating. Manifesting mindset. Be yourself. Independence doesn't have to mean loneliness. A group of people rather than one person may be the ones to help you. That's interesting. I wonder what that means. All right, so manifesting tips for detachment. Call in Archangel Uriel, the most cerebral archangel. Call in energy from the planet Uranus, which guides the sign of Aquarius and is all about independence and revolution. Well, I need a revolution. Light a candle and ask Uriel for his help with viewing life compassionately but also dispassionately so you can stay cool under pressure. All right, so shall we do a quick little mini ritual, okay? We've been told what we need to do. We need to step back. I mean, basically that makes complete sense to me that I would get that card, that we would get that card, because all I've done today is obsess about this whole bloody mess. And, you know, eventually you have to, eventually you just have to let it go, don't you? You just say, okay, fine, well, you know, you get back to me whenever it suits you, mate. And just trying to see if I've got, I want to play a bit of Mark Watson. I believe I've got a bit of Mark Watson here on my computer. Just give me a second. I haven't played Mark Watson for a very long time, and he's great. Music, where is it? Music. Mark Watson. All right, so let's go. This is Mark Watson of angelearthmusic.com, and I have his permission to play it whenever I want. We're going to go, he's actually done tracks for all the archangels, so we're going to go, as you can see, the archangel is Uriel. In the manifestation cards, basically it tells you, it gives you a little ceremony, so we're going to do a little ceremony. So I'm going to play his Uriel track, which, as I said, I have permission to do from Mark. All right, you ready? Can you hear it? Let me know in the comments on Facebook if you can hear it. Basically, we're being told, just step back from the situation for a bit. Just get some effing space. Can you hear the music? The website is angelearthmusic.com. angelearthmusic.com. Okay, we can hear it. Great. All right. Thank you, Caroline. All right, so let's close our eyes and just breathe. I just turned it down a little bit. Okay, we call in Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel, please help us to detach in any way we need to take the space we need to. Help us to be more aloof and less obsessive. Please be with us. And thank you for bringing us the change that we want. And I'm going to give you the affirmation from this card. And this is actually quite good for me as well because, you know, I have wondered, like... Anyway, here's the affirmation. There is only one me. It's safe to be me and I love me. Are you ready? There is only one me. It's safe to be me and I love me. And that is page 49 of my new Moonology manifestation cards. All right, well, I mean, honestly, I'm not going to pretend. I'm going to find it very challenging to stay detached from this situation, but I will give it a go. For me, I think what that means is that this guy is not going to reply to my most recent message, which was telling him that, no, I'm not prepared to leave a positive review on Trustpilot about him because I can't lie in public, but I could write one that focuses on the positives, I suppose. But maybe he'd be better off agreeing just that I won't write a review at all. Anyway, let's see. So, there we go. There we go. There we go. How are you feeling? It's kind of an intense time. All right, so let me just explain to you quickly before we go to the break. Working with the energies of this week. How do you do it? How do you work with Sun Square Saturn? Well, probably the most important thing is the fact that it's about egos being smashed around. And, you know, it's about people not wanting to budge. And it's about it's about the getting of wisdom. And it's about breaking through ego to be wise, you know? Just be wise. It's about having integrity, you know. His last demand to me was that I write a positive review, and I thought, I can't in all good faith write a positive review. I'd rather write no review at all. I can't just turn around and say, you're amazing. I mean, unless he does something in the next 6 weeks or however long it takes to finish the project that makes me go, oh my God, I was so wrong about him. And then I'll write a really rave review. But, you know, right now, that's not how I feel. And you know, in Sun Square Saturn, you can't go around losing your integrity. You have to have integrity. It can be about people feeling painted into a corner, which I do, but he probably does too. Maybe you feel a bit painted into a corner in your life. That's actually a phrase that keeps coming to me at the moment, is feeling that I'm painted into a corner. And it can be about making the smartest decision long term, you know, and thinking, well, on the one hand there's X and on the one hand there's Y. This might make me feel good right now, but ultimately this is a smarter idea than it's going with this idea. So there we go. That kind of sums up Sun Square Saturn and how we should be behaving. choosing words wisely. Yeah, it's not really about words so much because words is a really Mercury thing. And this is the sun. The sun is our vibrance, it's our vitality, and it's our confidence. It's where we shine. And when it's smashing into Saturn like it is this week, you know, and this isn't like rare. This happens a couple of times a year at least. You know, it happens at least 4 times a year actually. But it can be we feel like we just can't take it anymore. Like our vibrance has run out. Our vitality is running low. And, you know, it can be when we feel like giving up, even though we shouldn't. And, but that's why it comes back to having integrity and doing what's right. So there you go. There you go. That's where we are. All right, I'm going to do the chakra clearing chant. Here we go. Are you ready? Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Vam Sim Ram Vam Yam Yam Ham Shiva Ram Swaha. I'll be back after the break. Can't even dance today. I'm not feeling cheery enough. Hello. All right. Who wants a card? Let me give some cards. Haven't done cards in the break for a very long time. Put your question in the comments. Julia Madigan. I can't post them, but what I can do is direct you to iTunes. And if you look up Dr. Kulreet, Kulreet, she's only got one thing there. If you look up Dr. Kulreet on iTunes, you'll get that chant, and it's really beautiful. I can't play it for you right now because I'm doing the live on that phone where... All right. Okay, who's this card for? The next person that asks. All right, Petra. Zagwin. This is for you, Petra. Oh my God, this is so weird because this card came up for me the other day as well. New moon in Taurus, know your worth. Okay, Petra? New moon in Taurus, know your worth. Are you ready? You're on the right track, Petra, but you need to go steadily. Know that you're worthy of your desires. Opportunities open up when you believe in yourself. Dig deep and move past negative comments from others. No matter what happened in the past, if you're aiming to manifest something for the good of everyone concerned, you can do it. Well, I believe I am. I'm taking this as reading for me as well because I got this the other night. And long story short, I didn't look it up. Good self-esteem will also boost your manifesting power, so love yourself more. Know your own worth and others will too. Be true to your values. Well, thank God I didn't agree to leave a positive review, you know, when I can't in all good conscience. I can leave a review that focuses on the positives, I suppose. Anyway. This card is oh my God. I wish I'd looked it up the other night. I actually got this card at about 3 a.m. the other day when I couldn't sleep. But I didn't get it in the normal way, so I didn't look it up. And I thought, how does that apply to me? This card is an especially good sign for matters related to property, possessions, sensuality, love, self-belief, and self-worth. Acknowledge and make a list of your best traits. If you find it hard to do, ask a friend to tell you what is great about you. And then the manifesting tips for boosting this situation. Call in Archangel Chamuel. Now, Archangel Chamuel is the angel who helps us find anything. So I'm going to call in Archangel Chamuel. Please help me find a way to just take a step back, like the other card said, and to find a solution that is for the good of everybody in this situation. and I call in the energy of Venus, and I call in Aphrodite. And the manifestation affirmation is, I deserve to manifest my heart's desire. Woo! God, I wish I'd looked this up at 2 o'clock in the morning the other day, because know your worth. It's in there, but there's so much more when you read the interpretations. Oops. All right, there you are.
Find out what's happening in the skies. Welcome back to Astrology with Yasmin.
Hey everybody, it's Yasmin. I'm back. We've been having fun on Facebook. If you don't follow me on Facebook, but you'd like to have some fun on Facebook, it's Yasmin Boland is my name, and it's facebook.com/Yasmin Boland, and I always do my weekly show on Unity on Facebook as well. So we are now going to take some calls, and I'm actually going to go to someone who I know has patiently waited for her call to be taken for a while now, and that is Novella on line 1, I believe. How are you, Novella?
I'm hanging in there.
You're hanging in there. Great. Me too, just about. What's going on? I'm just doing your...
Well, first of all, I'm traveling to California to meet a new grandson that was just born. But in the meantime, I have been dealing with a lot of SHIT, like you were saying, lots of chaos around me, and family estate kind of stuff, again, real estate stuff. What's going on with my chart?
Okie dokie, let's have a little look. So real estate stuff. Well, interesting you say that actually, because you said chaos, which makes me think of the planet Uranus, and you said real estate stuff, which is 4th house. And guess what? You've actually got the planet of chaos, Uranus, in your 4th house of home and family and home, actual home, bricks and mortar. So, okay, so basically, Novella, what's going on for you, and what's going on for all of us? Okay, let's just bring it to the whole everybody. 2021 was always going to be a difficult year. Okay, in fact, it's going to be difficult right up until about, I think it's December 24. We get the last of the Saturn-Uranus clashes. Okay, so when the clashes end, life is going to get easier. That's for you, Novella. It's for me. It's for everybody listening on Unity. It's for everybody on Facebook. We have to go through this stuff, and we have to remember who we really are and what we really stand for. Okay? Who we really are and what we really stand for. Hopefully we won't be tested too much. So in your case, Novella, because Uranus is in your 4th house, a lot of the hard lessons and shocks in 2021 are going to be in your private life, home, family, where you live, who you live with. Okay, that's because you are Aquarius rising. Yeah, so basically you have to think about how can you break free from the ties that bind you. How can you learn the lessons that you need to learn in order to move things forward, in order to evolve, okay? So, yeah, basically between now and December is your chance to do all that, and then life should get better. Would you like a card?
Please, that would be great.
Okie dokie. So I'm going to go for my new manifestation cards, because what do you want to manifest, Novella?
I would like to manifest some peace in my life. This real estate, and I'm a real estate agent, but I'm dealing with probate with a death in a family and court cases and all kinds of stuff. So peace and love for like my family.
Okay. All right. Right. The challenging cards just keep on coming. You've got the full moon in Aquarius card, okay? The full moon in Aquarius card with the message, be real, okay? Be real. So let's just read you what it says here. Okay, so this is a bit of a challenging one. Novella, are you ready?
Yep, go ahead.
Sometimes we pursue someone or something for the wrong reasons. Our ego gets involved, and before we know it, we're driving ourselves crazy by chasing something that may not even be right for us. This card reminds you that sometimes you need to back off a little, worry less, and trust more. Life is about fun and laughter, but you take all the fun out of it if you spend too long in your head rather than your heart. You might win, but it might not be a great victory. Release. And I know that's a really annoying card, but that's what you got. Manifesting balance. Find a balance between being real and trying to please all of the people all of the time. Manifesting mindset. Life goes in cycles, and that's okay. The more you can accept that, the easier this phase will be for you, okay?
Awesome. I think that's exactly what I've been trying to do. Just kind of float through it and try to push back a little bit because they drag you get dragged in the middle of everything. So I think that's perfect.
All right, so do you want some tips for a little manifesting ritual?
Sounds good.
All right, so if you use essential oils, do you use essential oils?
Yes.
Okay, great. Put some frankincense essential oil into your diffuser. Call in the goddess Isis, who supports us in awakening to the truth, and ask Isis to show you the truth, okay? And your affirmation is, the truth empowers me and sets me free.
Perfect.
Alrighty, righty.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I think that'll help me get on my path to getting this behind me by the new year.
Yes, exactly. Do you live in Glendale still, Novella?
No, I've moved to South Carolina, so I'm 3,000 miles the other way.
Wow. I had a pen pal who lived in Glendale. She lived on Spar Boulevard. Do you know Spar Boulevard?
I was born there and raised in that area.
Ah, well, that's my lovely friend Karen, who I'm still in touch with on Facebook. We've been writing to each other since we were teenagers, and she lived in Glendale and I lived in Hobart, Tasmania in Australia, and now she, I believe, lives in San Francisco and I live in London, so there you go. Well,
that's amazing.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Oh, you too, Novella. Okay, so let's just talk a little bit more about the Sun Square Saturn. Who's it going to affect the most? Well, it's going to affect anyone who is Taurus or Scorpio rising, or is Taurus or Scorpio. Anyone who is Leo or Leo rising, or is Leo or Aquarius. I mean, basically, it's affecting what we call the fixed signs. So if you've got Taurus, Scorpio, Leo or Aquarius prominent in your chart, any planets in any of those signs, any angles, so that's your rising sign or your descendant or your IC or MC, not to get too technical, that's especially who it's affecting, okay? So just remember, it's a time to be grown up. Be grown up. Be grown up. All right, let's take another call. We've got more people on the line. 816-251-3555. 816-251-3555. Someone's saying, is there any way to reduce the effect? I mean, I would say meditate, contemplate, chant, do your affirmations, do your yoga, do your going for a walk in the park. Just do stuff that makes you feel good, because when you feel good, you manifest better things. I'm just looking to see if I've got a particular book here. No, I don't have it here, unfortunately. I have a really good book which I'd love to refer to right now, but I can't right now. Okay, so let us go to Patricia on line 2. Patricia is was born in New York City not very long ago, actually. How are you, Patricia?
Hi, Yasmin. Thank you for taking my call.
Oh, my pleasure. Now, if you don't mind me saying, you were born in 1991, which seems like about 5 minutes ago. I think I can almost remember what I was doing in 1991. But how old does that make you? I dread to think.
Well, I'm 29 right now, but I'm turning 30 in like 2 weeks.
Okay. All right, good. Well, I'm glad you didn't say you're 40, because I was going to think, oh my God, if it feels like, if that feels like not that long ago, that would really be a problem.
That's very kind of you.
Okay, so Patricia, you are, oh my God, you're a 5-time Scorpio. You've got Sun, Mars, Moon, Pluto, and MC all in Scorpio. So you're like a super Scorpio. Do you feel like a super Scorpio?
I guess I am, yeah.
And your Aquarius rising, and yeah, your Scorpio moon. So you're about to have your birthday in about 11 days.
Yeah, it's almost there. A little bit nervous.
And are you in New York right now?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I was born here. I was away for a few years, but I came back.
And-
I guess it is home for me.
And where in New York are you? So we can all...
Right now, yeah, sure. Right now, I live in Brooklyn.
Excellent. And is it as groovy as they say?
It's fun. It really depends on the area because Brooklyn is so big, but I feel like they try to make Brooklyn sound really cool and trendy.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, I'm for that. Yeah.
Last time I was in the States and I stayed in New York, I stayed in Bed-Stuy, which was, someone said, oh, it's a bit scary there. And I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. I was like, oh, no, it is actually a little bit scary there.
Oh my gosh, that's where I live right now.
Bed-Stuy. Oh, that was cool. It was very, 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 very cool. It was like too cool for school.
Yeah, please come back. We would love to see you.
Oh, I loved it. I went to that shop up just near the subway station all the time and got all my little coffees in the morning, and I really loved it, actually, Bed-Stuy. It was amazing. But it was a bit scary at night. Like at night it was kind of scary. It was autumn and there'd be no lights, and you had to cross the parking lot out of the subway, and there'd be kind of leaves blowing in the night. I was like, oh my God, it's a bit dark and it's, New York City. All right, well, there you go. There you go. Have fun. Okay, so what do you need to know today, Patricia?
Yes, I'd love to ask because I quit my food industry job a few months ago, and I was like, why not start selling my own handcrafts on Etsy? So I was hoping to ask you if you have any recommendations how I could promote my business. I just set up Instagram to advertise a bit, but I'm not getting a lot of traffic on my Etsy shop.
Right, so say again, what did you quit?
Oh, I quit. I was a barista, and I worked at the food industry for a few years.
Right. I mean, you really are super cool. A barista in Brooklyn. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Cool.
yeah, let's think about this. First of all, let me just tell you, Patricia, you've been through your Saturn return. I don't know if you're aware of that, but you've been through your Saturn return, so that hopefully the trickiest, most difficult times are now behind you. Although Saturn is actually now clashing with your planets. So, okay, where would I start? And what is it, essential oils or soaps, did you say?
Oh, actually, I make jewelry and dream catchers with, and mostly my dream catchers are with crystals, because I love doing crystal healing.
Right.
And I make moon dream catchers too.
Oh, wow. Amazing. How gorgeous. Okay. Well, it's hard to give you, a really good answer in 5.5 nanoseconds, but I would start by maybe offering something for free like, for example, a video on how to make your own dream catcher, or maybe a PDF about where the whole concept of dream catchers comes from, or something. Basically, what you want to do when you're starting your business is you want to offer stuff for free so that people can go and get a taste of you without having to spend any money. Because, you know, in normal life, if we are buying, or in the olden days, if you were buying something, you went into a shop and you picked it up and you looked at it and you decided if you liked it or you didn't like it, and you bought it or you didn't buy it. But now, because of the way things are with everything being online, particularly 2 years into the pandemic, people need something from you that's for free. So maybe either you could, I mean, one idea would be to, if you've got an iPhone, to use a time-lapse video of you making a dream catcher. How long does it take you to make one?
A few hours, but mostly because I need to wait for the glue to dry, or else it's not too complicated.
Okay, well maybe you could make one and then pause the video while you're waiting for the glue to dry, and then take it up again once the glue has dried, and like do a fast video about that, how to make your own dream catcher. You know, most people are not going to be able to do it. It's just showing them your expertise. Some of them will, and they'll get something out of it. And some of them will go, you know what, that's just too hard for me. I'm just going to buy one from Patricia. Or, you know, or I think something, you know, like a post, like posts about why people use dream catchers, how they work, stuff like that. You just need to give people a taste of who you are, you know, and what you're offering. It's like they say, your vibe attracts your tribe. Okay, I will say this as well. Right now, Jupiter is actually going to connect with your career line quite soon. So things might get a bit easier for you. It is a clash, but Jupiter's always a good thing. So, and the next new moon is actually going to be in your career zone. So, I mean, honestly, I would just start to, oh, hang on. Molly Manton has a good idea on Facebook. She's saying, how about a dream catcher making kit with a guidebook of how to make it? Perfect.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
That's a great idea. Yeah, but make them online so people can see, because I know you're going to think, oh, if I make them online, everyone's just going to make their own and no one will buy mine. But it's not really like that, because at the end of the day, you're the expert. Yours are going to be amazing. If I make one, it's not going to be as good as yours, but it still gives me a taste of, a bit of craft, a bit of fun. And then, you know what, when I want to buy one for a friend, I'm going to go to Patricia because she actually makes them really, really well. And also, yeah, a dream catcher making kit. Oh my God, that is such a good idea. But, you know, do free stuff, because the thing is, when you give stuff away for free, it shows people what you've got to offer. And if you resonate with them, they'll come to you for more. And if they go, you know what, nah, it doesn't really do it for me, that's fine. You've lost nothing. You've lost nothing. So what do you think? Let me just see when the new moon is going to take place. Actually, let me just see. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Oh. Do you want to move house? You might have a house move coming up. Do you want to move house, Patricia?
Oh, I haven't thought about that, but if it's better for me, I'll do it. Yeah.
Well, there might be a house move coming up, but you've also got a restart coming in your career because you've got the new moon in your 10th house. But also really important, because you said you do moon dream catchers. Actually, the new moon next on the 4th of November, that's the next new moon, is going to be on your moon. So it's actually a really good time to launch your dream catchers.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Great. I'll definitely do that.
And you know, I don't know if you're a member of my subscriber group on Facebook, but you know, that's the sort of place where you could post a picture and say, I made this dream catcher, and if you want to see how I made it. Yasmin gave me permission to do this. If you want to see how I made it, click here for the video. And then in the video description on YouTube, say, you know, if you want to buy a dream catcher making kit, click here.
Oh, cool. Thank you. That's very generous.
Oh, no, that'd be my pleasure. So yeah, but you do, I mean, the thing is, you've actually had some pretty intense astrology. You had Saturn going over your ascendant. I mean, I normally wouldn't suggest quitting your job before you've set your business up, but since you've done it, or maybe you could get a job like 2 or 3 days a week to tide you over until your business takes off.
Sure. I've been thinking about that too.
Yeah. So, you know, and the other thing you do need to be careful of with dream catchers is, I think, aren't they a sort of a Native American thing? So you better honour the culture there, or maybe you are Native American, but you need to think about that as well, because people are very sensitive about things like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So there we go. Would you like a card, young lady? Oops.
Oh, yes, I would. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to use my first deck, the Moonology first deck, the first cards. Oh, okay, well, you got an interesting card. Meditate and contemplate. So basically, go away and meditate and contemplate on everything that's been said here today, maybe.
Gotcha. I
All right.
definitely need to be better with keeping up with meditation.
Yeah. Well, I hope that I meet you next time I'm in Brooklyn. That'd be amazing. I went to an amazing vegan restaurant in Brooklyn as well. I can't remember what it was called, but it was really nice. Anyway.
Oh, it's vegan?
Yeah, it was really delicious. It was quite big.
Oh wow. I love vegan. I mean, I'm vegan, so
right.
maybe I'll bump into you at a vegan restaurant.
Yeah. Well, next time I come to New York, I'll hopefully do a workshop.
Yes, please. We really would love to see you.
Oh, well, thank you. So, okay, Patricia, you have homework. Go and start working on your business.
I will. Thank you, Yasmin. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. See you later. All right, so that was Patricia in Brooklyn, an ex-barista in Brooklyn. It doesn't actually, who makes dream catchers, it doesn't really get cooler than that. So just because, you know, I am really interested in helping people in business, especially women in business, especially female entrepreneurs in business. You know, one thing is that this Sun Square Saturn this week is actually also, Saturn's the work planet, and the Sun smashing into Saturn this week, astrologically speaking, is also a time to get real about business. Like, you know, what is your business founded on? How solid is your business? Where does your business need to make changes? You know, when you get a square, which we got this week, it can be very much a question of the itch that needs to be scratched. Something has to change. It can't stay the way it is. So think about all that this week. And just by the way, just because I know some of you are hoping that it comes to fruition, I did actually resubmit my idea about doing a kind of woo-woo spiritual business for female entrepreneurs, a course with Hay House. And in fact, they wrote back to me and went, oh, God, sorry, we forgot to reply to this, which almost never happens. But they said, you know, we will look into this. So I'm really hoping that I'll do it with Hay House, because everything Hay House does is better. It's more professional. It's just one level up than if I do it by myself. But maybe I shouldn't affirm that. Maybe I should say, otherwise I'll do it myself and it'll be even better. But I feel like I love to get their guidance on it if they can help me out. All right, so we don't have very long left now. So I'm going to take the last call super duper quickly. So let's go to Shannon. Hi, Shannon. How are you?
Hi, Yasmin. I'm great. How are you?
Good. What a nice cheery voice you have. So, Shannon, I'm just going to do your chart. Tell us what's going on for you. How can I help you out?
It's been a little crazy. I'm trying to do start a life coaching business, and I'm focusing on that. But also, my love life has been so wacky. I don't know. I don't know whether I should be concentrating on it.
Your wacky love life. Well, I can tell you your wacky love life is going to stay wacky for a little while longer, actually. You've got the planet of wacky, Uranus, opposite your Venus, which is your love planet. So you're in Wackyville when it comes to your love life.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that's going to stay that way till about mid next year. Is there one person in particular who's being particularly crazy, or is it just everybody?
I mean, it's just been some weird circumstances with a couple different relationships. But so that's truly a phase that I'm astrologically in right now, you're saying?
It is. And the way to work with this is to go for someone who's different to anyone else you've ever been with. That's the way to work this energy out. It's actually going to go on into... Oh, good. You got a good card. It's going to go on for a while. So you need to start to go... If you go for someone who's completely different to anyone else you've ever been with, things will change very powerfully for you.
Oh, that's good advice. Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
So if you think he's not your type, he's probably the right guy or girl, whatever.
No, it's just guys for me. Good, thanks. Okay. So anything with my chart that I should be positively looking at right now with
Well,
business?
funnily enough, you're Aquarius rising as well, so the next new moon's in your work zone, in your career zone. So if your career needs help, help is coming.
Okay, good.
Make sure you join me on Facebook or Instagram for my my new moon ceremony, and then make all your wishes about your career because it's in your career zone. But on that note, we are out of time, so I will see you back here next week. Lots of love, guys. Thanks, Louis. My son's saying what? Because he's called Louis too. Thanks, Louis. Pagan. Okay, well, I'm just going to hang up and hope that you heard me. Bye. See ya. Oh, he's hung up first. So there we go. Well, I must say I'm feeling much better. Tracy Wall, I'm going to do you a card now. Because Tracy asked me for a card and she said it was about business. And I said, well, what are you doing with your business? And she said, just thinking about it really. I'm like, well, you actually got to do something. But I did offer a card. So here is your card, Tracy. Aha, there you go. Your commitment is being tested. So how much do you really want to do the business? If you want to do the business, do the plan. Want to do the business? Do the plan. All right, beautiful people. Well, I'm feeling much better. I know now that I should stop looking at my phone and expecting this guy to send me a message, because we got that card which basically said just take a step back. And yeah, so it was kind of helpful to me. Hope the show was helpful to you, and I will see you. I'll try and be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Oh gosh, Debbie, I can't say no. Here you are, Debbie, a card for Debbie's Love Life. I'm not going to do any after this. I'm literally swiping the comments so I can't even see them. Debbie Pierce, you're always so lovely. Oh, okay. Ah, Debbie, you'll be pleased about that. The end of a tough cycle approaches. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Now, this card, when it comes up, it does actually mean that you still have a little bit of work to do. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. The end of a rough time is forecast. It's time to stop fearing the worst. So there you go, Debbie Pierce. All right, guys. Lots and lots of love.